Hello friends, how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean, wearing black and white yet again. It is time for another palette bingo. This time specifically, I'm pairing my two collab palettes that I have done with Shroud Cosmetics, my It's Freakin Bats and Hallobean. I really wanted to throw in a bingo with my two collabs, my two spooky palettes before the month ended. So here we are. I'm really excited about it and I'm excited for you to see it. These palettes did restock at the beginning of October. They have since sold out. Thank you very much. As always, a huge thank you. But as always, these will continue to restock as long as there's a demand. I don't have a restock date as of this moment. In theory, maybe around Black Friday she'll do something. I'm not entirely sure. Don't quote me on that. But these will continue to restock as long as there's a demand, so just stay tuned. Before we hop into the bingo itself, as far as my accessories go, all I have are these little plugs, these little bats. They are from Love Kills Boutique. So yeah, without further ado, let's hop in, do some palette bingo, and just have fun. Hi friends, how is it going? We are going to dive into this palette bingo. First one being my It's Freakin Bats palette. This was the first one that I did with Shroud, and she's so loved. I have a few of these actually, so yeah, this is the first one that we're gonna draw from. And then we also have my Hallobean palette, of course. This is the one we launched, I think a year later in 2021. So it was like 2020 and then 2021. Very cute. I'm obsessed. They're so fun. So we're gonna draw shades from both of them. I'm gonna get a random number generator pulled up here on Google. Pulling it up now. I'm gonna set it 1 to 9 because there's 9 shades in each palette. And we're gonna do 3 from each. Do a good solid 6 shades. So from the It's Freakin Bats palette, we are gonna get numbers 3, 8, and 1. So we got 3 Apparition, 8 Dairy, 1 Handbook. I'm already so excited. I mean, I created these palettes to work together really well, so I think literally any combination we get I'll be happy with, but I'm already so excited. This like purple with that bright limey chartreuse, absolutely. So now let's see what Hallobean gives us. Again, we got our generator right here. We're gonna do 6, 4, and 1. Okay, so we got 6 is Black Flame, our multi-chrome Woodsboro. This has such a beautiful like golden shift to it. And then 1 Ghastly, a very like more blue toned purple. Oh, I'm so excited actually. Look how pretty that is. I think this is gonna be fun. We got lots of purple tones. I love the pop of orange with that chartreusiness. I think this is gonna be a good time. The only hang up is we don't really have a transition shade per se. Like we just have very dark purple mattes, but it's fine. We'll just use clean brushes to blend themselves out. But I need to brainstorm a little bit. I need to kind of figure out what exactly I wanna do with these colors, and I will return once I figured it out. Okay, I think I have my plan. Oh, also, I didn't highlight my face yet, because I was kind of hoping we'd get Ghoulish as one of the shades and I would just throw that on. But you know, I think I'll just throw that on anyway, because I love Ghoulish from Hallobean. I specifically wanted like a greeny, shifty highlighter. So that's what we're gonna do. Let me just add a little bit of glow. Oh yes, that is what I'm talking about. I should have just done this anyways. If I knew I was gonna do it regardless. There we go, now I feel put together and ready for action. Okay, so I'm gonna prime with my Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Eye Primer. I'm just gonna smear this on and blend it out. I feel like I have to be sappy for a moment and just like say again, just thank you so much for like the love you've given me over the years on these palettes. I get tagged in looks all the time still, and I just love seeing them. You're all so talented and never stop tagging me because they are so cool. And honestly, if I didn't see your post, tag me again, because I didn't mean to not see your post if that's the case. I love seeing them. You guys are so creative, and just thank you for the love. It means so much to me. So I think I want to start with Ghastly from Hallobean. I'm gonna just kind of do a combination of Ghastly and Dairy as my mattes in the outer corner and lower lash line. I'm gonna try to do a fusion of the both of them. This is a Sigma E25. I'm just gonna start with just a tiny bit of this. I'm just gonna start kind of lightly dusting this. Like I'm using barely any pressure because I really want this to be able to diffuse nicely. I just feel like For transition purposes, I can go in with an even lighter hand with this one. I mean, you can do a light hand with both of them. It's kind of just like pick which one I want to be the outer and which one I want to be the inner. And I feel like dairy specifically will flow really well with all the lid choices I'm going to do. I don't know. It wouldn't have really mattered either way, I suppose. But I'm starting with Ghastly. And I'm just kind of lightly running this in the outer corner. Just getting it a little bit buffed out. I'm only taking it about halfway on that lower lash line, as you can see. Kind of something like that, just to get it started. I like that it pulls kind of gray when you use a very light hand. I'm just using a clean, fluffy brush now from Sigma. This is a E45. But I like that it pulls a little gray with how cool toned it is. So I figured I could use that to its advantage and just use a really light hand to try to play with it as a transition shade. So now building onto that, I'm taking Dairy from the Bats palette. I'm gonna use this little Blend Bunny B4, just so I can really start tucking this in that outer corner and just really build it up, create really good depth. I'm using a lot more pressure here in product just to, again, I just wanted to create a little bit of dimension with these. I wanted to be able to look like I have a gradient going on and not just two dark purples. So using like different amounts of product and various levels of pressure can really help kind of pull that along. So now taking that first brush I used initially with Ghastly, I don't have any additional product on this or anything. I'm just gonna use what's left over, and obviously using a bit of Dairy that is freshly applied just to help soften this edge. Again, using very light pressure. I'm even gonna wipe my brush off periodically so that it stays as clean as possible. And I do wanna keep this concentrated fairly close. I'll use the bigger fluffy brush to blend outward more. But for now, I just want to keep it kind of contained to this general area. Just working on getting that a little bit softer. And then I'll go in with the big fluffy Sigma brush just to continue on that. I feel like this is actually working really well. Very moody, very cute. Maybe this was a lesson on how to blend one dark eyeshadow if you just didn't have a transition shade next to you for whatever reason. Patience, various brushes, various levels of pressure. I feel like those are your tricks. All right, so here's where we're at so far. I'm gonna start on some shimmer now. So I'm gonna use my Bella Beauty Bar Shimmer Stay to apply just so everything pops really nicely and also stays put. Just gonna use my little finger to dabble this out. I'm really excited about this look. I think it's gonna be really, really pretty. So for the lid, I'm gonna start with Black Flame in the outer half. I have such a dent in this shade. So I'm just gonna plop this kind of like right in this outer half where the mattes are really deepening up. I love the green cast that shows through, and I feel like depending on what's next to it kind of enhances it. Like since there's a lot of purples, this is gonna pull very purple. If I were to use like the dark green in the palette, for instance, that green would have really pulled through. Oh, it's just such a good shade. When I tell you I gasped when Chloe first sent me the sample for this shade and I like saw it in real life, I was like, Chloe, you really did something here. So now I'm just gonna take my little brush, again, no additional product, just to make sure everything flows nicely from matte to shimmer. Just want a really good flow going on. Now taking Apparition from my Bats palette, I'm just gonna take a different finger that's clean, and this is gonna go in the front part of my eye. I'm just gonna have two different kinds of purple going on. Very fun. I like the contrast this is giving. This is really cool. I'm excited to add my other shades into the mix as well. So now I'm just gonna kind of go back and forth between both fingers, just getting a really good merge between these two purples. Just kind of doing light little tippy taps. You know, I've done a lot of combinations with my two palettes, but I don't know if I've ever really put these two purple shades next to each other like this. And I'm really vibing with it. I think it's very fun. I like that a lot. I think that's really pretty. And when my head like shifts, like that moodiness really takes over and then it's like super bright. Ooh, I love that. Okay, so lower lash line, I wanna take Woodsboro from Hallobean. I'm gonna use this B2 Blend Bunny brush. And I just wanna pile this in the front half of that lower lash line, just for a really strong pop of orange. I love the gold shift that comes through with this one. It brings me so much joy. It's so pretty. So I'm just really piling it in there. I'm gonna take one of my brushes. I think this is the one I used with Dairy. That feels like forever ago. One of those first purples. I'm just gonna make sure it blends into that really nicely, because I still want it to be very moody down here. I just wanted that pop of orange. And finally, last but not least, taking Handbook. I'm gonna pop that in my inner corner. As soon as I drew the shade, I was like, that's gonna be my inner corner, unless I draw Ghoulish. That would have been the exception, but I threw that on my face. Oh yeah, the chartreusey orange, inner corner, lower lash line. This is so fun. This look was basically, let's take the classic orange, green, yellow Halloween colors, but do them in the weirdest way possible. I think this is so cool. I really, really enjoy the pop of orange on that lower lash line. I think that's so fun and gives it so much interest. And then these purples are so cool. But yeah, I'm gonna finish this up now. I need to throw on my either lashes or just mascara. I don't know what mood I'm in. Probably a bright orange eye pencil and something on my lips, and I'll be back when I'm complete. All right, here's how the final look turned out. I really, really like this. I love how just moody all these purples are together, and then we have this really bright pop of Halloween in the inner corner and lower lash line. I think this is so cute. The lashes I threw on are just some individual clusters, the hybrid clusters from Velour. Just add a little extra volume in the outer corner, but yeah, they're fine. Take it or leave it. My eye pencil is the orange one from Odin's Eye, just to play off that orange pop. And then on my lips, I really wanted to play with a purple to go with the purple. So this is Siren Lip Clay from Kaleidos. I don't wear bold lips super often right now, just because with my Invisalign, like, it's so much easier to get lipstick all over it and then it's a mess and looks horrible. But I don't have them in right now because I was drinking a coffee. So figured let me wear it for a minute while I have a chance. But yeah, this is the look. I hope you like it. Let's zoom out and finish up this video. Thank you so much for watching my video today. I had a lot of fun. I love how this came out and I hope you enjoyed it as well. What would you have done with these colors if you drew them? Would you have done something similar to me? Would you have done something totally different? I would love to know. Again, of course, just a huge thank you for the love, the support, whether you purchase them or you've just commented on my videos with my palettes. I appreciate you so much. And as you continue making looks, never stop tagging me. I love seeing them. It makes my day to get that notification pop up on Instagram. It makes me so happy scrolling through and seeing. If you made it to the end of this video, leave some bat emojis. We got lots of bats going on. Bats everywhere. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps my channel out a lot. And if you're not already, you can follow me over on Instagram. I'm BATTYBEAN there as well. And also, if you haven't, feel free to subscribe to my channel. I have been posting every day in October, and I will continue to post every day for the next few days until October ends, but I am normally posting most days here as well. Also, feel free to join my channel memberships. Link to sign up will be down below. You'll get fun little perks, including a members only get ready with me once a month. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Okay, bye.